Well, welcome back you guys to my sweaty little camper remodel. I have powered through this remodel and nothing is slowing me down, at least not today. I'm going to be removing this plastic RV toilet and replacing it with an actual house quality porcelain toilet, as well as cutting tiles for the first time with an angle grinder. Before I can get to that, I have to figure out how to pop out this sink, which was actually really tricky. I had to just reach under here for quite a while to get everything detached. Once I pull out this sink, I can actually put the tiles in place and do some tracing to measure where I need to cut them. Cutting tiles for around the sink is probably going to be the most tricky part of doing my tile counters. If you're on a strict budget, which of course I always am, you're going to be looking for a cheap countertop surface, and for me that's going to be tiles. This is my first time doing it, so let's go ahead and see how all this is going to work out. Since I'm in destruction mode, I'm going to go ahead and remove a little bit of the backsplash that I put up last year because it got some rain damage in it and some staining from all the rainwater that got inside this camper when we had the roof leak. But hey, now we have a nice metal roof in place. I videotaped that earlier, so we are good to go with the permanent remodeling on the inside. Okay, this toilet looks harmless, but it's actually caused a lot of problems in the past. Tenants, then guests that stayed inside this camper, really never knew how to flush it because it was a two-part flush system and they regularly clogged it or called me for help, so I'm really not sad to see the toilet go. Now that the demo work is done for today, let's go ahead and try something new, which is using an angle grinder, a tile saw, and we're going to just dry cut this tile. This is not something I've ever tried before or used my angle grinder for, so here we go. We're going to see if I can not break this tile. Cutting some very thin pieces to go around my very tiny RV countertops, so I'm really nervous about breaking it and having to start over again. Oh, there it goes. Okay, and by some miracle it looks like nothing snapped and I got the size piece that I wanted to go around the sink. Boy, am I excited to have some type of a permanent solution for my previously wood countertops so my tenants can't stain or ruin them anymore. This was still such a tricky project. I basically traced underneath and that's exactly where I'm going to try to cut with the angle grinder. This was a lot of back and forth to cut all these pieces to make them fit just the way I needed them to fit. I have a few more pieces that I have to cut. It's definitely arduous work trying to get everything just right, but next week I'll be able to come in here and kind of permanently mount them to the plywood counters with some mortar. Well, that pretty much wraps up my adventures in camper remodel world for today. How can something so tiny teach so much?